Hey, welcome back to Overhead Athletics. I'm out here doing a little throwing with Griffin, one of our stud catchers, which brings to mind some things we want to think about as far as between innings. We get a lot of questions. What do I do between innings to keep my arm loose to allow me to pitch later into the game? Or even for my catchers, hey, I'm not batting this inning. Should I be sitting on the bench? Should I be throwing? Should I be running? Should I be stretching? What should I be doing to keep my arm loose after an injury, or especially when it's cold? Now, at the time of filming this, it is the 11th of April here in Michigan. It is currently about 52 degrees, and you can see no long sleeves. We just got the short sleeves on because this is like 90 degrees for us. And one of the things that we want to appreciate is that when you are playing in different temperatures and different climates, quite a bit changes. So for us, this is warm, but on Saturday it's going to be 32 degrees, and a lot of our guys are going to be throwing, playing games here in high school. And Michigan college baseball is notoriously frigid. So in between innings, what we like to do is hop behind the dugout, and Griffin and I are 60 feet away right now. We're just playing some light catch, keeping the arm loose, and you don't have to throw it 50 miles an hour. You don't have to throw it 100 miles an hour. You just throw whatever feels comfortable. And by the way, just as a disclaimer, if I drop any, it's because I'm actually using Griffin's A2K, which is a great glove that he's pancaked in the bottom of his bag because he's a catcher and he doesn't care about his fielding glove. So playing catch, 60, 70 feet, nice and light. You could do 45 foot nice and light between innings. Active recovery, we've seen some research that says active recovery is the best for our throwing athletes between innings. Actually, one of the nice studies was simulated game. Guys were pitching. One group actually did nothing between innings. One group used a cold pack between innings on the arm. One group did a hot pack between innings on the arm. One group did active recovery, which in this case was arm circles and playing catch. And the group that did the arm circles and playing catch had the least amount of circulating creatine kinase, which is a sign of muscle breakdown. And we also saw some interesting things with amino acids in the bloodstream as well. So the group that did the active recovery, they had more activity, but they lasted the longest in the game. And so what you can see Griffin doing here in this little clip on the screen is he's doing arm circles. We love arm circles because they keep the arm moving as you're, kind of just off in that kind of relaxed state as opposed to sitting on the bench. Because the group that did the cold therapy, the ice, sitting there between innings, did the worst as far as recovery goes. And the group that just sat on the bench and did nothing, they did the next worst. They had more creatine kinase, a sign of muscle breakdown. They had less amino acids in the bloodstream, and they fatigued earlier, and they didn't throw as fast in later innings. So catch play, arm circles are great. One of the other things we like to use is controlled holds. Now you can see Griffin doing that here on the screen, and one of the things we're doing is either just holding the baseball and doing it, or we can do it with just nothing in the hand. We can do it with the glove, holding the glove for a little extra load if you want a little bit different feel, or a ball inside of the glove like Griffin's doing here on the screen. Those are all great active recovery tools that you can use between innings. Now the heating group actually did pretty well compared to the cold group and compared to the group that just did nothing. So maybe the second best alternative would be a little bit of warm therapy, especially in cold weather games. Now, I don't know the temperature of when they did this research article, but I would guess that if it was hot out, that heat group where they threw the hot pack on the arm would do notably less, or would perform notably less than the other active recovery groups. So you don't want to overheat, you don't want to go too crazy. But you do want to be able to have a good active movement, get blood flowing, keep the blood moving. Just like you don't want to do 10 sprints, sit on your butt for 10 minutes, then do 10 more. And this is especially important in between longer innings where your guys are hitting a bunch. And so cold weather in Michigan, keep moving between innings. And if you guys like this video or like this content, want to see more about recovery between innings, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next video.